Today's lesson is on breath control, certainly one of the most important, if not the most important element in playing any woodwind instrument, but we're talking about the Native American flute. And today's lesson is going to be on a yellow heart, another great sounding wood, key of high B, Christacum, 6-hole flute. Now, one of the most important fundamentals in improving your breathing is posture. If you play sitting down, you're not going to have quite as much breath control as you will standing up, but the posture issues really relate to the chin position, the elbow position, and the flute position. A lot of people tend to play with the flute drooped way down on their chest, their elbows in by their side, and their chin down near their chest. This really inhibits your breathing capability. So get those elbows up a few inches from the side, get the flute a few inches from your chest, and keep your chin up. And whether you're standing or sitting, this will improve your breathing. Now, the more you breathe from your belly, the better your breathing capacity is going to be, the greater the control. But after you determine your best posture and practice a little bit on belly breathing, the next thing is to determine your duration, the duration that you can hold a note on a single breath, and do so with variations of fingering and variations of vibrato, so that you can assess when you're playing a song how long you can play or hold a phrase and not run out of breath, because if you run out of breath in the middle of the phrase, it sounds pretty terrible. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to watch the clock, and I'm going to play a consistent breath first and note the time, and then I'm going to play a consistent breath with fingering, and then I'm going to play consistent breath with vibrato and note the time. I held that note for 20 seconds, and it was a little bit of a gasping almost on the last couple of seconds. Now I'm going to play the same note again, and this time I'm going to do fingering and check my time. So that time I got 15 and a half, 16 seconds. Used up a little more air doing the fingering. Now I'm going to test it with vibrato with fingering. So that time I got 12 or 13 seconds. So what that tells me, if I was composing a song to be played on this particular flute, I would not have a phrase of over about 10 seconds in duration. That no matter what effect I had, or whether I just played it continuously, I would know I'd be well within my breath limit. Now here's a couple of tricks I've learned. One of the things is you'll get greater breath duration if you purse your lips and bring your cheeks in. If you allow your mouth to be too open and your cheeks puffed out, it seems to use more air. Another thing is that you want to give, for both drama and for good breathing, a good pause between phrases. I'm going to play a couple of phrases now, and one of the times I play it, I'm going to play it with a short pause, and it'll inhibit my ability to play the next phrase because I wasn't able to take in much air. And then I'm going to play two random phrases with a greater pause in between. It adds drama and it facilitates breathing. As you notice, the second time with the longer pause, I was able to play the second phrase significantly more duration. And also the greater pause, as I say, adds some drama to the music. So again, I played this lesson on a key of high B, Yellow Heart Flute by Krista Coombe, 6-hole flute, another wonderful flute. And I'm going to recap the issues in this lesson. Watch your posture. Keep your elbows away from your chest. Keep your chin off your chest. Keep the flute a few inches from your chest. You'll get a little bit better breath control standing than sitting. If you keep your cheeks in and purse your lips, you'll get a little longer duration. And check your time modes of a solid play, a play on the same flute with some fingering, and then vibrato. And then if you want to be real conservative, use that vibrato duration less a couple of seconds as your maximum phrase potential with any given flute.